Hello, everyone, and welcome to Retire by Investing. This is RC coming in with another market update. And today we're going to start off with the SPY. And basically, what I want to go over today is that there was some significant volatility in the market regarding tariffs, which is a nothing burger, in my opinion. My thesis is still that we're going to be bullish until we break down from levels, especially taking out like this low or this low. But for now, um, what we're really seeing is that there's like rotation into bigger mega caps as earnings season is around the corner. Now, one of the things that I want to say about this chart is that we had broken down to below the 50, kind of undercut a little bit, reclaimed it, and then we have stabilized above the shorter term moving averages, or what I call the momentum moving averages, which is the 10 and the 21. And then we have something called an inside day, which is this blue candle right here. And this signifies contractility or digestion. And the difference between that is we want to see a break above this level to signify that we're actually going up. We don't know exactly what the market's going to do on Monday. It could break down here, it could break up from here. But when there is a reclaim of a level, and then we are breaking through that from an inside day, it just means that the direction is definitely going to be chosen. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But as far as the NASDAQ and everything like that, we're pretty much almost there. So again, looking at the NASDAQ, we have basically 3 higher lows at this point with a bigger trend going up this way. So one of the things that I was saying on last week's is that if we had broken above, taken here, went back down, and then break out again, that would be great. But we reset even more the sentiment from like all the mega caps breaking down, everything like that, and rotation out of the NASDAQ. And we found support on the 100 SMA, reclaimed the 50, came back up, reclaimed the 10 to 21, and now we have a little bit of resistance in this area. But this area right here is still a big area. But once we break through this level, I see that we're probably going to be going out from here at this point and breaking above that area. Now, if we take it from a weekly perspective, any candle opening above this area here, about this 627 area above that, can lead into the bigger market. So that's just my thoughts on that. So we'll see. We'll take it day by day, but everything's looking constructive for now. Going into the RSP and the Qs, QQEW, I think we'll go with the QQEW first. We had significant breakdown, which this is the scenario that I didn't want, but we reclaimed it fast, reclaimed all the moving averages at this point. And I think the biggest thing that we need to understand is that we have this significant resistance area right here. And this resistance area, from a possible, we didn't have a double top yet because this neckline has to break them down from here. But we reclaimed everything and we have some potential movement upwards. Still, everything's looking good. But basically, they're just rotation, definitely mega cap rotation, and a lot of growth stocks starting to now consolidate and possibly break higher from here. Now, looking at the RSP, which is the overall market and other sectors, nothing wrong. Just pulled back a little bit. Like I said, we could have some consolidation. We pulled back to the 20, came back up, pulled back to the 10. Still significant resistance in this area. Now, if we can go, I would love for this to go sideways a little bit and then break apart, just so because we could get the risk even tighter. A lot of other stocks were like short-term extended to some extent, and now they're pulling back to their 20 SMAs. But a lot of growth stocks are, in my opinion, starting to shape up. But nothing wrong. We're at all-time highs here, or near-ish all-time highs, so nothing bearish about that. Still above all moving averages. We'll just take it day by day. IWM, same thing, and the MDY both are bullish, just taking a rest day. I don't like this. Uh, this is not a good sign per se. There could be a little bit more pullback in the IWM and the MDY, but for now, I think that it's still constructive. It's still bullish. If we pull back to the 20, that would kind of reset a lot of these momentum lanes, and that would be set up for a bigger leg up as we consolidate this whole move. But for now, nothing to do. Just stay positioned and just wait. In terms of volatility, we had some big volatility areas in the VIX, and one of those areas is, when you hit into the 20s or the 21s, that's a very scary thing because you could see that it can kind of lead into these areas where if it's trending above moving averages, we start getting above these moving averages. Like, just look at it in a different sense right here. So for April, once you start to stabilize above moving averages, you know that there's going to be significant volatility, especially when you have contraction just like that. But over here, we had this upside. We literally broke above this area. So in the future, there is possibility that because everything is starting to come together, that there will probably be an event sometime soon in the near future. I just don't know when. But if and this will be like a week by week thing when we're looking at the VIX, I'm hoping that we start to get lower in this area because that would kind of signify something lower volatility, and staying positioned is a lot easier. But if we start to get above all of these moving averages, just like how we did over here, once they start coming together, and what you can kind of see, they are starting to come together in this area. But once they start coming together, that is a sign that you kind of want to wait a little bit to see what happens. Now, I'm not saying that, things will happen. What I'm saying is that it's just a sign to really think about as we go into this year, because this is midterm year. This is where volatility will exist on both sides, on long and short. So just be aware of what is the possibility that we will see an event later on this year. So that's all I have for you guys. Stay positioned, still bullish, and we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching.